Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Gallivanter Baller ST, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road in the snow. And you know, if you're missing the snow in GTA Online, I mean, it's only been gone for like a week and a half, but if you're missing the snow, you can vicariously enjoy it through the shenanigans of the Vainglorious community and our pre-recorded footage that we recorded this weeks ago. We record a lot of vehicles while it's snowing so that I have a few weeks after the snow so that we can, you know, bring it to you and extend that enjoyment of the snow, because that's just what we do here at Vainglorious Gaming. We're thinking about you, and we would love to have you join us not only for next year's Will It Offer on the Snow, but for just a regular part of our community. Whether you play on PC or console, no matter what type of games you play, you will find players in the Vainglorious community on those platforms and playing those games that you enjoy. Of course, if you do play on PC and you're part of our Discord server, you can join us for the recording of Will It Off-Road. You can join us in community streams and other community videos that we record. There's quite a bit. I try to include the community as often as possible in everything that I do. So we would love to have you. So join us on the Vainglorious Discord server and go follow over on Twitch, because, you know, that's a big part of the community as well. With live chat, I stream 5 days a week. So you can definitely catch a big, huge variety of games over on the Twitch channel, and I would love to have you there as well. And of course, follow on Twitter, the dumpster fire that it has become. But that way you get announcements of live streams, videos, and other nonsense that I post on there. So the Baller ST it's pretty good in the snow. The only thing, you know, that I had to be careful with is when I tested this in dry conditions, I could pretty much just full throttle, and it had the competence because of the all-wheel drive to just pull itself up the mountain. It doesn't have the best grip overall, but in the dry conditions, that wasn't so bad. However, here in the snow, that lack of grip, of course, does two things. When I'm trying to turn, if the front wheels are spinning, which they spin a lot, because it seems to be a pretty big portion of the power going to the front wheels. But if the front wheels are spinning, I can't turn. And of course, ow, that looked painful. The back end likes to come out on me as well, and you saw me struggling with that a lot earlier on the climb coming up. But, you know, as with all things in the snow, it's all about throttle modulation. You just gotta have to find that sweet spot on the go pedal and hold it there, which of course changes constantly. So, you know, it's a fun little battle. But making the last little climb fairly well, though. A little bit of understeer kicked in and can't quite get it to get grip while turning to go up the hill. So we had to go up at a bit of a different angle. But we're up to the top of the mountain and almost back down. 2 minutes, 52 seconds. So will it off-road in the snow? Sure it will. That's not bad. I mean, 252 in the snow is really good. In fact, it's good enough to be number 8 overall out of 66 vehicles that we have tested as of this video. And everybody's honking at me. I don't understand why. Yeah, number 8 out of 66. So pretty freaking good. It is a second and a half slower than the Obey Omnis EGT that we saw last week. And it is 9/10 of a second faster than the Canis Free Crawlers. So, again, good company to keep. In terms of SUVs, it is now the new number 1 SUV in the snow, beating out the Ubermacht Rebla, however you want to say it, GTS, by 4.72 seconds. So 4 3/4 of a second, basically. Not an insignificant amount of time. I mean, that's how long the little thing at the end of like this controlled descent with the time is going to last. However, compared, we were talking earlier about how it does in the snow versus in the dry. It did take it 9 seconds longer to get up the mountain. I wish we could say that for the next vehicle, that it was only 9 seconds, and well, you'll see. But it's wasn't as smooth sailing, we'll put it that way. Oh dear. Almost had a premature damage descent. I'm determined to fall off this mountain. But yeah, speaking of the calamity of the next car, you can hear a lot of that calamity and see a lot of the calamity as well as other behind-the-scenes action. And even instead of hearing this voiceover, you can just listen in on our Discord conversation. And all that takes place in the behind-the-scenes version of the video that I upload right here on YouTube. And you're like, wait, I've not seen one of those before. Well, maybe you have, because occasionally I do a public version of the behind-the-scenes, but it's rare. But you haven't seen it because they're unlisted videos for channel supporters only. They're ad-free, they're less edited. They included a lot of the outtakes and redos and just things that you don't normally see here in the public version of the community videos. And you can access those one of 4 ways. The first 3 require you to have your respective service linked to Discord, but that's becoming a YouTube member. So clicking the join button right here on YouTube. Being a Twitch subscriber, whether it's paid, gifted, or me rolling over with a Prime sub, or by making a monthly pledge at patreon.com/Vainglorious. All 3 of those, if you link it to Discord, get you access to the Vainglorious supporters channel on the Vainglorious Discord server. And of course, the Discord server itself is the 4th method, where you can just do a server subscription right through our server. I'm flapping the snow cart around a lot, sorry about the noise. But yeah, subscription on the server itself gets you access to that supporters channel as well. We're down 2 minutes, basically 46 seconds. That's Azan landing on a mule, and just wait for it. There's a reason we're letting this footage go a little bit longer. Here it comes. Here it comes. And bonk. So yeah, landed right on the sun. We're back to the top of Mount Chiliad, where we customarily throw the vehicles right off the side of the mountain to see what type of damage they sustain, and just to have a good bit of fun. The kind of free-for-all melee going down the mountain, it's a lot of fun. We always have a good time. Somebody always gets stuck or falls out of a car by accident. I still don't understand how you fall out of your car in GTA, but you know, it happens. Or when you ride a motorcycle, you know, well, we've seen that, and we'll see that again soon, because the first video we're going to record most likely after the snow is going to be 2 motorcycles. One we've already done in the snow, but one we haven't done at all, the power surge. So now that dry conditions are back in the game at the time I'm recording this voiceover, we can do those regular vehicles, so, or regular testing, not regular vehicles. There's one. Hey, Rocket's with us. It's rare that my buddy Rocket gets to join in anymore. He's got adult responsibilities now. Boring. It is boring. Sorry, but it is. By the way, if you're wanting to compare how all the different cars that we've tested in the snow, as well as just in regular road off-road, if you want to see how they've done, there is a link to a spreadsheet in the description down below, where it's broken down by a lot of different classifications. One just by overall, just 1 through 300 and something, then 1 by class. Then we have another tab for snow, where it's just 1 through 66, but you can resort it if you want. It's Google Sheet, you can sort it. Won't change what happens to it, the saved copy for everybody else. But then I have also been going through, and I'm about 3/4 of the way done, getting all of the vehicles from each DLC broken down into their individual tab as well, so we can even see how each DLC did. I mean, one of these days I might even average the times of all the DLC cars and rank the DLCs. I don't know. That might be taking things just a bit too far with the spreadsheet madness, but a lot of information is there. Some of the older DLCs aren't there yet, but all the current ones, the past 4 or 5, are all there. We're down in the damage descent. 208.41. Let's take a look at the damage on the Baller ST, and all the lights, or all the windows, sorry, and most of the lights and doors are gone. The hood, the fenders, and the bumpers are both missing. Has bent wheels and pretty significant body damage. It's nice to see a DLC car with some actual body damage instead of the laziness we normally see with no damage model at all. There are my support vehicles for today. Quite the crowd that we had. And we would love to have you take part. But that brings us to our next vehicle, the Bravado Greenwood. And I'm excited about this one. I like this car. You know, it's not the best muscle car around. It's just kind of a box, as Sven likes to say. Though he hasn't been around for recording videos in a while. Where you been, Sven? But then again, Sven doesn't even watch my videos, so he won't be able to answer that question. But yeah, I like this car. I like the way it looks. I like the way it drives. But in the snow, it is a muscle car. that doesn't have the best grip and does terrible wheelies. So yeah, this is going to take a while, which should give you plenty of opportunity to head to the description down below and click on the Will It Off-Road Bingo link. Man, I'm getting better with those segues. Click that link. It'll take you to Bingo Maker something website. I forget what it is. And you just click on Generate New Card, and then you click on things on your card if they happen in the video. And if you get bingo, you tell us about it in the comments down below. It's that easy. We've had 5, maybe 6 bingo winners in the entire history of Will It Off-Road, and it's been going like, God, coming up on 7 years now, I think. Though it does go off and on. Next week's video will be the last Will It Off-Road in the Snow for this season. Then we will resume our season of Will It Off-Road for the Drug Wars DLC, which, God, that drip feed's probably going to take till like May. But we won't do Will It Off-Road every week. Last time around, we just filled in and padded with extra cars that we've never tested before. We're not doing that this time. If there's just nothing new to test, we just won't have a Will It Off-Road video that week, and we'll do something else for a community video. Because the last time around, it just, I don't know, by the time we were done, this DLC came out, and we never really had a break. And we needed a little break now and then to keep Will It Off-Road fresh for us. I think you need a break to keep Will It Off-Road fresh for you. But my God, look at that sunrise. That's kind of beautiful. Yeah, this thing struggled quite a bit. It was just a challenge. Oh, to not hit the hikers. No, I want to hit the hikers. They're on a mountain. This mountain has been claimed years ago by the Vainglorious, and it's just not disputed. We own Mount Chiliad. We do, and if you don't believe us, well, try to take it from us. I want to see you move a mountain. Anyway, but yeah, it's our mountain, and we graciously have granted unlimited access to all of the players, you know, because we're not going to be jerks about it. However, the NPC hikers are not allowed. So if you see an NPC hiker on Mount Chiliad, you are obligated to take them out. It's a rule. It's an internet rule. Look it up. Google it. It'll be there. I promise you. I say that like, I don't know. Is it really on the internet? I have no idea. Maybe I need to add like a Will It Off-Road wiki real quick and spam the SEO optimization to get that in the search engines. But yeah, the Greenwood definitely struggling to find a way to just put down its power so we can get moving. But even after that, you still got to be careful because the first little corner you see in the back end is going to come around. And there's bits of this mountain trail that aren't very wide, and you don't want to fall off. So, yeah, you just kind of got to deal with it being slow, which I did. I had a good time with it. I mean, it was a handful to try to find that sweet spot. However, if you look at the little dots of the map, most of them are fairly dim. I was not struggling as much as some. There was a lot of calamity happening behind me. People in each other's way with slower cars. People falling off the mountain. It was pretty bad. Like I didn't get up on this first run trying to make that turn. I just didn't quite have enough speed. So I have to go back and do what we call the granny run here. And you'll notice there's only one dot that is now not dim. 2 now. I'm to the top of the mountain in a muscle car, and nobody else is up here all the way with me yet. But we're up. 3 minutes, 55 seconds, so Will It Off-Road in the snow? Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, it made it. I wouldn't recommend it, but it definitely made it. In terms of where that stands, it is 37th out of 66, so not the greatest. It is 0.35 seconds slower than the minivan custom. Yikes. Yeah, Rocket, I think, sold that van after. He thought it was 4-wheel drive because the name is 4x4. It's a lie. It's not a 4x4. It is a 2-wheel drive car. And the Greenwood is 0.78 seconds faster than the Winky. So Bravado kind of bookended by 2 Vapids there. In terms of muscle cars, we have tested 10. As of this video, it is 18.03 seconds slower than the Vamos. Makes me wonder how you got that Vamos up the mountain. that much faster because the Vamos is a terrible car. However, it is 2 minutes and 18.2 seconds faster than the Tahoma Coupe. Oh, there goes Charlie. And Hobo's nearly knocking me off. Oh, and Hobo almost went off. Yeah, Charlie almost saved it there. I mean, actually, did he save it? Yeah, he's just up around the bend. He actually saved that. Good on you, Charlie. He's just like sitting there like, oh my God, I nearly fell off the mountain. Oh God, I'm going to fall off the mountain. Oh, if he would have hit me any harder, I would have gone right off. Comparing this, the Greenwood, to how it did in the snow versus to how it did in normal testing, 1 minute 9.77 seconds slower in the snow than in dry conditions. So, yeah, whereas we had 9 seconds for the baller, this needed an extra minute on top of that even. Oh my gosh, this thing is just kind of all over the place. I think this was the video where while we were going up, somebody had, I don't know, maybe it was a different video, but somebody at one point had the Gooch chasing them up the mountain, like trying to rob them, but couldn't quite catch up because they were driving in a car. But it hadn't been, like, I think that the Gooch, like, approached as we started our ascent. And then just, like, he was just running up the side of the mountain like it was no big deal. So the Gooch has some amazing mountain climbing abilities. I have the ability to keep this car constantly spinning. I'm just going to 360 my way down the path. Made one complete spin and another 180. Going to back up. Going to be a little more careful with the throttle. Maybe. Yeah, definitely going to be a little more careful with the throttle. I couldn't remember. When I edit the videos, I just kind of like start, like get my start point where the descent starts, or if it's an ascent where it starts, and then I just drag it over until I find where it ends, and I put all the timestamps on and everything on top of it. But I don't really watch it, and it's been weeks ago since we recorded these, so I don't remember what happened. In fact, for this one, it's been, I don't know how long. I'd have to look. 3 minutes, 6 seconds. We are down. Hobo with, we'll give him credit for trying. Looks like we recorded this, man. My voice is cracking on. We recorded this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find my original file here. Oh, we recorded this on January 1st. So at the time I'm recording the voiceover, it's 15 days ago, so over 2 weeks. And of course, by the time you guys see this, it'll be even later, because this video is going to go live 23rd? Yeah, 23rd. A video just went live earlier today. So yeah, it will have been 22 days. So I'm allowed to forget what happened in the videos, because it's been weeks. I can't remember. I can't remember what happened in the videos 5 minutes after I get done recording them. Well, sometimes I can, because sometimes some really good stuff happens. Next week's Will It Off-Road in the snow. Boy, it goes out. The season goes out really, really well. I'm really pleased with what we chose to do last, because it's just, well, you'll see. It's good. It's really good. But I was really aiming for Charlie and his street car. By the way, both he and Rocket changed cars. Actually, I think Rocket may have left before. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Rocket's still really in here or not. I'll have to see once we get down. No, he is. He's still here. I remember him commenting about how Hassan's car looked. But yeah, Charlie changed cars because the Hellfire wasn't doing him so good. I'm struggling. Everybody else is way down. I said, for the climb up the mountain, I beat them all. But now I'm struggling to actually get down. They're all way ahead of me. They're going to be just down there waiting on me. Zahn is also in a Greenwood. But I think he's struggling just as much. Let's see if I can pull off a thread the needle here. Yes, I can. I didn't hit anything, so that was a thread the needle. So if you got that, oh dear, on your bingo card, be sure you check it off. That was not where I wanted to land. And then, of course, I hit the pillar, then I hit a Zahn, then I hit the pillar again. I thought I could get turned around. So now I'm just going to do a multi-point turn and maybe eventually get this car past. There we go. But I'm just going to kind of, in these bumpy, muddy bits, just slide and skirt my way around, because what else am I going to do? You want to go fast because you want to try to get over the wood pile down here. Instead, I managed to pull off a pretty good drift. But everybody was waiting on me, and we're sort of down in the Calamity, 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Greenwood. Most of the windows are gone. All the lights, right front door and rear bumper, are missing. The hood, the doors, and the trunk won't close, and it has bent wheels. And we will, of course, take a look at our support vehicles from the front and from the back. And that's going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. It is once again been my pleasure to bring you these videos, and I really do appreciate you watching. Appreciate your support. Even if you're just liking and commenting, that helps a ton to help my videos be seen by more people. And if you want to throw in a few bucks to support the channels, well, I named off a ton of those things earlier, and you can check the links in the description down below. So, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.